Hello, Sophia? Are you there? I hope that you reply to me as soon as you can. I hope that you're all prepared for tomorrow. Time has flown by so fast already. Can't believe that day has almost arrived. My son's going to be bringing his partner over to visit us. It's going to be a very meaningful experience, I think.
Oh, hello there, Roger. It's really nice to hear from you. I was expecting to hear from you tonight. I'm also looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Ah, yes. By the way, Sophia, I want to talk to you about something as well. I was talking to my son, and he had mentioned something about you that I hadn't heard before. I was just wondering what your home life is like at the moment. Is it true that you were mostly brought up by your father? Is that correct, or did my son not explain things properly?
Wait, what? You want to know what my life was like growing up? Well, yes, I guess I was brought up by my father. It's just been him for as long as I can remember.
Oh, okay. That's, interesting, I suppose. I also want to know a bit more about your academic record. Did you do well in school? What were your grades like? I do really need to know these things about you because, well, shall we say it's a parent's duty to know about who my child is marrying? That makes sense, right?
Hang on. What? You really want to know about how I did in school? I don't really know what to tell you, but I suppose I technically left school early, but I have all the right qualifications.
Wait a minute there, Sophia. Is this really true? You actually left school early? Why would you do that? How did you graduate and leave early? Makes no sense.
Well, I'm now working for my dad. He runs his own store, and I felt bad not helping him out as much as I should have when I was at school. So I've been doing it now to make up for it.
Oh, I never expected that you'd do something like that. Why would you throw your life away like that? I guess you really are a piece of trash in our society then.
Hold on a minute, Roger. What did you just say to me just now? Are you referring to me as a piece of trash? What on earth for? Why would you say that?
How did my son not see you for what you truly are? It's like he was handed a defective product. But at least now he can send you back to where you come from.
Okay, what's with all the insults? It's not very nice of you to call me a defect, when I'm in fact not one at all. What do you mean by this anyways?
Don't you think it's only natural for me to call you that, Sophia? Being a high school dropout from a motherless family, it's a no-brainer that I called you a piece of trash. I really thought that since you earn a good income that you'd be in a better position in life than you already are, but you're not. Thought I would be able to tolerate you a little bit. But, just can't with you, you piece of trash. All you've done is burden society with your poor lifestyle, and done nothing worth contributing to the greater good. Why would my son go for a piece of trash that he found lying on the street? I thought that he was better than this. He's definitely out of your league, Sophia.
Okay, yes, there's a bit of truth to my situation. I'm not as well off, and I did leave school early, but I felt like I didn't have much of a choice because my father wasn't in a great position financially. But there are various circumstances that exist in my situation, and you shouldn't make any extreme assumptions about them, so please stop it. Could we still meet tomorrow, so that we can discuss this further? If you actually give me a chance to explain and also hear me out, maybe you'll understand more about me.
You gotta be kidding me, right? I'm not surprised that you're begging on your knees in order for me to listen to you. Your type are completely incomprehensible. You know that, right?
Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Do you seriously think I'm some sort of beggar from off the street? Don't you know how rude it is to say things like that?
Well, in my opinion, I don't think it's rude at all, especially because I'm speaking the truth about you. You're just some hobo from the streets. Oh well, guess that can't be helped. You are the way you are. Got the guts to show up at my house tomorrow, then I dare you to stop by. But you need to make things clear, alright?
I understand. I'll explain things to you in plain and simple terms that you'll understand, Roger. I hope that you'll listen to what I've got to say tomorrow.
I can't believe what you're trying to do here. You understand what kind of position you put me in, Sophia? Look what you've done. Do you really think I'd actually approve a marriage between my son and some piece of trash who comes from a single-father family and dropped out of school? You made a huge mistake trying to flatter me and the rest of us elites. You do realize that you're never going to fit in here with us, right?
Excuse me? What do you mean by that, Roger? What's your problem? Like, seriously, what did I do wrong? How dare you hit people as soon as they enter your house like this? You basically kicked me out without even listening to me. Why would you do something like that for? This was your intention from the very beginning, wasn't it?
Well, of course I was, couldn't you tell? Some trashy woman tried to break into my house, so of course that's how I'm going to react. Don't you think it's only natural for me to feel that way and try to get rid of you as soon as possible? Don't you understand that, you stupid woman?
Wow. How dare you do this to me? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. You're the lowest of the low that I've ever had to deal with, Roger. Not only did you do what you did to me, but you also beat up your own wife and son. Why would you do that? What did they ever do to you? Has it always been like this?
You do know that it's your fault for trying to interfere with my life and how I treat my family as a husband and a father. You've got no right telling me what to do in my own house, Sophia. At the time, I had no intention of hitting anyone other than you. You were being so interfering and annoying. I couldn't help it. I have no choice but to keep my family in line.
I see. So do you think that gives you the right to be physically violent to your family? Do you know how messed up that is? How dare you hurt your family like that? I guess now I understand why your son didn't want to invite me back to his parents' house. Because this is how you act when you think someone is below you in society. I understand now why this didn't work out in my favor, since no matter what, I would have been forced out by you and wouldn't have been able to fight back.
Yeah, and? I don't care for your winging and moaning, Sophia. That's what below people in society do. Don't think about coming back here again. You're the scum of society. Also, I'm breaking off the engagement between you and my son. There's no way this is going to work out for either of you. I'm just doing yourself a favor now before anything else happens. All I wanted was for you to be grateful that you could at least dream of a life with my son who was born into the elite society. You're gonna miss out on so much of this now. But just thinking about having an ugly woman like you in our family makes me shiver in disgust. There's no way a daughter raised by a single father is getting into this family. I'm not standing for this crap any longer. You're to leave my son alone so that he can find a better woman to find. Or actually, I might do it for him. Also, I might request to be compensated for wasting her time, okay?
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? You're going to try to make me pay for something that I didn't do? I should be the one suing you right now. I'm definitely going to be filing a damages report and possibly even throwing in an assault charge, so you better be prepared for that, Roger.
Oh, really? You think you can fight back? Well, I'll give it to you. Despite your lack of self-awareness, you look strong. If you think about submitting something like that, your life as a family is over, okay?
Huh? No, I don't get what you mean by that. How can my life be over by doing the right thing when I'm trying to give you the consequences of your actions?
Wow, the bottom-tier woman is such an idiot sometimes. Your thinking ability is on the same level as a little teeny-weeny insect. You're like a worm trying to crawl into something that's nothing of your business. You better watch out when it comes to what you say to me, little girl. I got more power than you think, and you'll get what's coming to you. I've got an acquaintance who is part of a gang.
Wait just a minute. Did you just more or less say that you've got some kind of hitman from a gang that does all of your dirty work for you?
So? That's why I can get away with so much nowadays. I've been involved in some underground business in the past. I'm quite high up in terms of my status. I'm still famous in the underground world.
What the heck is that all about? Why would you even tell me any of this when it's not even relevant to me? Must you seriously threaten me right now?
I'm just telling you in advance that if you do anything to upset me further, I'll call my friends. Then they'll take you high up in the mountains or to the sea. Wouldn't that be fun for you to experience, Sophia? If you don't want that to happen to you, you need to leave here. Go home and keep quiet about what happened here today. Keep your mouth shut or else you'll feel my wrath.
Are you kidding me right now, Roger? How dare you threaten my life when all I tried to do was stand up for your wife and son against you? You're the worst human being I've ever dealt with.
My son and wife are none of your business. Once we deal with you, we take you back to your wifeless father so he can see your busted face after being beaten by me. Along with that, I'll stick a note to your chest that you failed at becoming a fly on the wall in our family. You're such a little parasite, it's disgusting.
What kind of so-called elite person do you class yourself as anyways? This makes no sense. All you are is a criminal who deserves to be locked up. You know what? I'm going to call my father about what happened to me today. I'm also going to tell him about the conversation we just had too.
Huh? Wow, really? You're a brave little thing, aren't you? Go ahead and call him. There's nothing that either of you two can do about what I say or do. I'm unstoppable. Looks like this is all going to end miserably for you, you stupid little woman. Get out of my sight. You make me sick just looking at you. Goodbye, you low-life piece of garbage.
Sophia, please reply to me. I need to know what's going on right now. What the heck happened to you? Come out of your room and please talk to me. I thought that everything was going to be okay today. Didn't you go to say hello to your future in-laws today? You met them, right? What happened?
Yeah, I went to meet with them, but I was basically kicked out of the house once they found out that I was raised by a single father and that I dropped out of high school.
Excuse me? What did you just say? So you went all the way over there to talk to them and actually meet them in person, and they just kicked you out because of that?
They also called off the engagement between me and their son. I swear to God I did nothing wrong, but I absolutely don't want that kind of man to be my father-in-law.
Is this why you went running to your room when you got home? Is it because of that man that your face is all swollen? Did he hit you, Sophia?
Look, I really don't want to go into this at the moment. I'm just so upset and don't want to relive what he did to me. It's all over now, and I'm just glad I'm at home.
Sophia, you can't leave my questions unanswered. I'm really worried about you, and you're hardly saying anything. You need to tell me everything right now. This situation that you're in is no longer just your problem. Please tell me what's going on, okay? It's best to talk about these things out loud so we can solve any issues.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm still very hesitant to tell you, and I'm still very sore from what happened. I'll do my best to tell you about everything that happened. So, basically, I got to the house to introduce myself, and then all of a sudden, the father just jumped me and punched me in the face until it got all swollen like this. I can hardly see, and my lip and cheeks are so swollen. It's hard to move anything right now. He was also hitting his son and wife as well. I couldn't believe it.
Huh? Why on earth did he react to you like that for? Is it because he found out about you not completing school fully or something? Also, why was he beating up his own family?
He turned around and said that it was only natural for him to beat up someone who's failed themselves. What's so bad about not completing my high school education? I'm working now and have been for a long time, and we're both doing great. It doesn't make sense to me why he acted so horrible to me. It's way more strange to be a person who can hit people without any hesitation. His fist just came out of nowhere. He was very neutral and then just snapped.
Wow, this is very insane. I can't believe what happened to you, Sophia. How is there a father that exists like that in the world? He doesn't deserve to have a family. I really don't think that he's right up there in the brains of his either. It seems very strange how he's acting. Who in their right mind would hurt their own family or other people? Okay, Sophia, you're obviously injured really badly. You need to get over to the hospital right away. Also, you need to get a medical certificate to prove what happened to you.
No way. I can't go and do that at all. If I report what happened to me at the hospital or with any authority, he'll call his friends on me and I'll be in even bigger trouble.
Wait a minute, what? What do you mean by his friends? What friends are you talking about, Sophia? No one's going to hurt you. Go to the hospital, dear.
I can't just go to the hospital. He'll find out where I've been and then I'll be swimming with the fishes in no time. That man was a former gang member. I really don't know all the details, but I don't want to take the risk if he threatened me like that. I don't know what will happen to me if I aggravate him any more than I have. He can hit people with ease, and I don't want that happening to me again. Also, I don't want you getting any more involved in this. Dad, it's way too dangerous. If only you had your friend around to protect us, he would have no trouble beating up that man who punched me in the face. It would be cool to watch.
Okay, Sophia, we really need to do something about this. We can't just let him get away with him hurting you like this. What is this man's name, by the way?
Dad, do you really think that's a good idea? This could end terribly for us if we aren't careful about what we do. And his name is Roger King. Why?
Oh, is that so? This Roger needs to pay for what he's done to my daughter. He can't just throw his fist at anyone he wants. That's a crime, sweetie. We can't stay quiet. I'm never going to forgive this man for what he's done to you, sweetie. I'm going to make sure that he pays for this. He'll pay for the sins he's committed in this world, Sophia.
But I don't want this becoming a bigger deal than it already is, Dad. Especially if he's someone that has dealings with the gangs in town. But maybe if we're able to take him down when he least expects it, then maybe it's okay to do something. I don't want to have to rely on you to do the dirty work.
No, please don't worry about this. Everything is going to be fine. So of course I want to help you out, Sophia. There's nothing wrong with what we're going to do to this horrible man. Hello there. I hope that this is Roger King's number. I wanted to message to tell you for inviting my daughter over to your house to meet you yesterday. Hello again. This is Sophia's father. My name's Scott Graham. I think it was about time for me to introduce myself to you even though I can't meet face to face.
Wow, this is hilarious. You're the father-daughter who dropped out of high school? What a disappointment she is to your family society. What's up with you, huh? What's up with you messaging me? Do you want money or something? It's a shame your daughter didn't slam her way into my family.
Okay. If that's the way you're going to put it, so be it. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. Unfortunately for you, the money's the least of my concerns, and you should feel the same too. You do realize that I'm not as depressed, and my bank isn't as empty as other poor people that you pick on in this town, okay? I'm not looking for a quick buck, Roger.
Huh? Really? I must be used to getting asked that question that you usually just mention at first. This is great for me. I don't have to donate to the poor. How useless of a parent are you if you can't even get your own daughter to complete her entire high school education, huh? She's a joke as a human being. It felt so nice to punch her ugly face in because it felt so satisfying to hit someone who's a failure to society. She's not just only ugly, though.
Wow, okay. Coming on strong, I see. Well, two can play at that game, I suppose. So I suppose you don't have anything to apologize for. You don't think this is your fault? Did you really just let this happen? Don't you think anyone is going to do anything about this? I suppose your family didn't say anything about it.
Well, of course not. My family backs everything I do for them, and they're very grateful for it. Thank you very much. I'm the one in the right. Your daughter needs to know that. It's important to follow the head of the family, okay? Shouldn't people like you be treating your children like how I do? You need to learn how to discipline.
Okay. Whatever you say there, Roger. Well, one thing is true about me. I'm sometimes very useless as a father, and I wish I was better at being a good dad for my daughter. But I've decided to help her today. I've decided on how to go about this, so I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done to my daughter. I'm not going to stand for this behavior from a grown man.
What did you just say to me, you little man? Did you really think I was going to apologize like this if you were going to say that? What a joke. Okay, you know what? I'll say sorry. I'm sorry that people who are no better than trash have to do nothing but beg from the elites for apologies.
Huh? Is that what you think I'm trying to do? Well, you're wrong. You know the company you work for. I'm glad I requested suspension on the business transactions.
Wait, just hold on a minute there. What? What's your name? Scott, right? What are you talking about exactly? What business transactions are you referring to?
Well, you work for a wholesaler, right, Roger? I found out about you as soon as I looked you up online, so my family has been running a high-class restaurant for generations now. Now I want to ask you a really important question, Roger. Have you got any idea what Harold's is? Does this name ring a bell to you?
Wait a minute. Isn't that one of the top 5 high-class restaurants in all of the United States? Why is that my company's business partner? What's that got to do with me?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now, Roger. So how about you just listen to me, alright? My daughter Sophia and I are actually work for this restaurant. I was totally honest and open with the company president about what actually happened. I told him that I'd stopped doing business because of you. I was actually in total shock when I found out what happened to my daughter. I couldn't believe someone like you would do this to her when she's just an innocent woman.
The heck are you talking about, you stupid man? Are you trying to ruin my reputation with the company president? I haven't heard of any of this happening.
Oh, didn't you hear about it? Oh, what a shame. You must have been the one that kicked her out of the house before she could speak to you about her situation. I thought that maybe if I spoke to you about what's going to happen from now on, maybe you'll be as shocked as her when you punched her in the face. It seems that you decided to reveal your true self when you came face to face with her. How dare you do that to my daughter? You're going to regret this. I wouldn't even think about making me angry anymore because I'm fuming over this. You're not going to get out of this unscathed, Roger. Just remember that. The conversation we will probably spread not only to the company president, but also to various other companies so they know what you truly are. A monster. A restaurant that's been around for more than 100 years wants to keep on going. What you've done has made the leader of the board so furious.
Oh, wait, is this happening right now? Is it really you who's the leader of the board? There's no way I can believe something like that. It's not true, surely.
I'm just wondering about another thing. You've come over to the restaurant several times, haven't you, Roger? You really got no interest in the people running the store, do you? That's the extent of your respect to other human beings, isn't it? If that's the case, I'll take it on an apparent attitude as well to deal with you. So our company is built on a relationship of trust, Roger. No matter how coldly others treat you, we must be patient and take things as they come.
Wow, you really think you can scare me with this crap, Scott? You're delusional, I tell you. You do know I was planning to book the restaurant for a dinner with a customer the week after next, right?
Well, how are we supposed to know what you wanted to do, Roger? If you don't have a reservation with us yet, we're going to not accept them from you at all. You and everyone else that works for you and your company are hereby banned from coming to this restaurant to do any business.
Oh, just wait a minute. You can't just do that to me. Are you trying to invoke my entire company? Just because of one stupid prank I pulled on your little daughter?
Why, of course I am. There's a major trust issue between what you do and what we want to do as a business. Maybe you'll be hearing from the company president soon about it. Please, just wait for them to contact you so that this process is easier on both of us, alright? Please take your time and have a nice conversation. Well, what's going on right now? Are you both finished with your conversation or not? I'm sure that it was simple to understand, correct?
Well, apparently I'm going to be disciplined for what I did. Further treatment will be discussed on a different day. I don't understand.
Oh, really? Is that so? This is excellent. You're definitely going to have what's coming to you for what you've done to me. I'm so relieved to hear that.
But I don't get this. How can I be disciplined when what I did has nothing to do with my job? Should be someone else's problem, not mine.
Why, of course it should be your problem to bear, because you're the one who treated an employee badly in the first place, Roger. Don't you get that at all? Wow, you are dumb. You know, it looks like that swelling on my daughter's face isn't going to go down for a little while. You're pathetic for trying to leave a mark on a woman's face, Roger. Do you seriously think it's your God-given right to hit women whenever you like, Roger? Do you also hit your wife like this? This is disgusting.
What I do with my wife has got nothing to do with you or anyone else for that matter. It's none of your business, so you better watch what you say next.
As someone who once had a wife and now has a grown-up daughter, I can't ignore what a man does to another woman, Roger. I really can't help it, so let's talk about this. I'll tell you everything since you never gave my daughter a chance to speak to you. My daughter indeed dropped out of high school, yes. She was working full-time to help pay for things.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about right now? Why must I hear this stupid story about your daughter for? It's boring to hear about the lives of poor people.
I don't care what you say now, shut up. When my daughter was 17, my wife passed away unexpectedly. At the time, I had just taken over a restaurant. But of course, at the time I was super inexperienced and had no idea what I was getting myself into. Furthermore, I had become clinically depressed over my wife's passing. In order to support me, Sophia quit her job at the supermarket and helped run the restaurant with me. She continues to work there to this very day. She's a great kid.
Okay, I get what you're trying to do here. Just let me know how much you want and I'll give it to you. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it and make it up to you.
It's too little too late to say or even do anything now, Roger. I became a chef because I wanted to live a normal life with my wife, but of course all of that changed. I knew how to protect my daughter even more now that her mother is no longer with us on this earth. If there was someone who was going to hurt her, I should do my best to deal with the situation.
Huh? What do you mean deal with the situation? You need to speak clear about what you want right now. I can make it up somehow. I swear, I've got a lot of power.
Huh? You have power? Really? After this, I don't think you will anymore, Roger. But you were in the underground business, weren't you? You deal with gangs, don't you?
Wait, what on earth are you talking about right now, Scott? Just let me pay you for your daughter's medical bills or something, and we can forget this ever happened, alright?
I know that you used to be part of the gang. I heard that made you a pretty famous person. Doesn't mean you were part of the lowest of the low in society. You're acting like you're all high and mighty when you aren't, right? You don't really know about how to act a lead, do you, Roger? You're a complete fraud.
Well, that's absolutely not true. How dare you say something like that to me? I've got a lot of power and I'm elite. I swear. I'm not part of that world anymore, I was kidding.
Well, I did a bit of research on you, Roger. You're very good at lying, aren't you? The only information I've got about you in the underground world is that you try to steal the show. All that you ever did was sold dirty books to the gangs, and that's really it. You think you've got power over people, but you don't. You're fake, and you messed with the wrong people.
How dare you call me fake? You're gonna regret calling me that, Scott. You better watch your back. I'll call all my friends, and you'll be nothing but bones when they're finished with you.
Don't you dare threaten me and my family. You're finished, Roger King. There's nothing that you can do about it. You're going to pay for what you did to my daughter. You're going to have to prepare for my wrath. Don't even think you can get out of this one with your gang buddies. They're not here to help you anymore. You're not to come anywhere near me or my daughter ever again. You're going to pay for your violent ways. I hope in some way you get what's coming to you.
It was now the time to take down Roger King once and for all. Him and his wife successfully got a divorce without her getting another scratch on her. Sophia and Scott thought that things like compensation claims and injury case investigations would begin, but it seems like his wife didn't want Roger to become an ex-convict. Roger disappeared soon after everything was finalized. 2 days later, it was apparently common knowledge to everyone in town that Roger was picked up by the gangs and taken away to an undisclosed location. It's been a year since that happened now. Every month, envelopes containing cash are placed in the mailbox of Scott and Roger's wife's houses. The wife thinks that it's Roger as the writing on the envelope looks like it's his handwriting. It's now the only confirmation that he's still alive, but who knows for how long that'll last. It would have been fine if the police had taken care of everything from the beginning. The best thing to do is not get involved in the underground world. Scott was respected more by his daughter Sophia after he dealt with the situation, and they continue life as a close, loving family.